Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And let's dive into today's key, which is Jax Taylor spilling the beans. He is shading the hell out of Tom Sandoval in his finances. Is the IRS after him? And he's also weighing in on Jo, who is Tom Schwartz's rumored girlfriend, and how she's a hot mess. And then he also says he's returning to Vanderpump Rules. Is it the truth or is it a lie? Let's dive right on in. So this is according to Reality Blurb. Jax Taylor was spotted at Schwartz and Sandy's earlier this week, where he reportedly told fans that he is returning to Vanderpump Rules for season 11. While also allegedly shading Tom Schwartz's rumored flame Jo and suggesting Tom Sandoval was in trouble with the IRS after failing to pay his taxes, Jax was said to have announced his comeback. Quote, and let me put it on the screen. These are the receipts from Real Moms of Bravo. These are the DMs that they were getting from people who were saying that they were with Jax and Schwartz at Schwartz and Sandy's, okay? So let's go. And don't worry if you can't read them, because I will read the DMs for you. Here we go. Jax said Sandoval hasn't paid taxes in years and the IRS is after him, an insider told Real Moms of Bravo on Instagram of Jax's visit to the bar. Jax kept saying how Schwartz is his best friend, and he's really worried that he'll get dragged down because of that and lose Schwartz and Sandy's. Okay, side note, as for that does have some credibility to it, because we've seen there's like the Jax and Brittany watching the show, sort of like the People's Couch recap, watching Vanderpump Rules. And then also even when they were on Watch What Happens Live, Jax is always like, Tom Schwartz is my best friend. We talk every day. Schwartz and I are really close. And it's always been very clear that Jax and Sandoval haven't been close ever since Jax left the show, and Jax was feeling some type of way, like, oh, you're only friends with me for the show. Now that I'm off the show, you're nowhere to be seen, man. But him and Schwartz stay close. And Jax was also the one to say Schwartz had told him that it was the guys, or the boys, he said, James and also Tom Sandoval, who were the ones who almost came to blows at the reunion, and that Schwartz was also the one to tell him about the cheating. So there's some credibility to this, but let's keep going. As for Jo, the source shared Jo was very drunk and in the bathroom asked if my friends watched the show. They obviously said yes. And she said, "Do you know Jo? That's me. I'm Jo." It seemed like she was very into Schwartz, but I wasn't getting the same vibe from Schwartz to her. Maybe he was just in work mode, they added. Side note, if she's really sloppy drunk and he's in work mode, of course he's not going to be that into her, because that's just like a huge turnoff. I also think that Schwartz is regretting the end of his marriage. I think that Schwartz is still in love with Katie. I think that he wants to get Katie back, and I think that he is not into this Jo person anymore. Now that everything has come to light, now that the cheating scandal has come to light, now that everything else has come to light, I think that Schwartz now is kind of facing reality, facing the state of his finances, facing the fact that his marriage is over, facing the fact that his restaurant isn't making any money, facing the fact of what happened with, the Sandoval. I think he's probably realizing, dude, I really messed up and I'm going to be on the wrong side of history for this one, But let's keep going. The source revealed that Jax allegedly said Jo was trouble and shouldn't be at Schwartz and Sandoval's establishment. Okay, side note on this. Also, everyone has said, including Kristen Doute herself, that Joe was Kristen Doute's crazy friend. And everyone's like, if she's the crazy friend of Kristen Doute, then like there's something really up with that. So there has been speculation about, I don't know what they mean by crazy friend. We're obviously not shaming any type of mental disorder or mental illness. Like, by no means are we being disrespectful that way. I don't know if she's just chaotic, dramatic, a liar, a thief. Who knows? You know what I mean? I don't know what they mean by she's the crazy friend, but everyone has said that. And she's no longer friends with Kristen Doute either once she started hooking up with Schwartz. Let's keep going. Everyone was very friendly and took pictures with everyone. Jax was so talkative, and he said he's back on the cast next season and is on 4 TV shows now, they continued. He's on 4 TV shows? What 4 TV shows? I know he has the podcast with Brittany, but a podcast is not a television show. I know that he's on, rewatching or, the recapping of Vanderpump Rules on Peacock, so that's one. Maybe he's coming back to Vanderpump Rules, maybe not. Also, in what capacity? A cameo, a friend of, full-time? What capacity are you coming back in? Maybe he doesn't know yet. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But what are the other 2? What are the other 2 shows, Jax? Oh, he might be on Evil Villain. I think there's a reality show about, like, the reality villains. He might be on that one. Okay, let's keep going. Then, after admitting it was unclear how reliable that info was, the insider described Jax as surprisingly nice and approachable. See, I don't think that it's surprising that Jax is nice and approachable. I mean, why wouldn't he be, Okay, let's watch some more receipts. Okay, so this is from Queens of Bravo, and it says, spotted Schwartz and Jax hanging out at Schwartz and Sandy's last night amid rumors allegedly told by Jax that he's returning to Pump Rules. So these are the receipts of the people who said that they were there. Okay, let's keep going. During Jax's visit to Schwartz and Sandy, he and Schwartz took the time to pose with fans, as seen in a post shared by Queens of Bravos on Instagram. And that is what is on the screen. As Pump Rules fans know, Jax has been teasing his wife and Brittany Cartwright to return to the show for years, most recently sharing with E! News that they are both open to the idea. I mean, of course, they're both open to the idea. Duh. This is the thing, though. I need Jax and Brittany to just admit that they were fired in the first place. This whole they left the show on their own accord is a bunch of BS. It was even in Variety magazine, which is very, very credible, that they were fired for their behavior. I don't want to get into what they did. It was very racist and horrible. We don't need to go down that dark road. They need to say, yeah, what we did was wrong and terrible. We apologize to the people that we hurt, and we will do our best never to do it again. And we acknowledge that what we did was wrong and that we were fired. Then fine, come on back, come on back. But I don't really want them back on Vanderpump Rules until they're honest about the fact that they were fired in the first place. That's why they're so thirsty to be back on the show. It's always these people who are like, oh, I left on my own accord. So if you left on your own accord, why are you so thirsty to be back? You were fired. Boo-boo. Tell the truth. But what do you guys think? Do we want Brittany and Jax back on Vanderpump Rules, or are we good on them? I personally think we're good on them. I don't need Jax and Brittany back on Vanderpump Rules, but I do think there needs to be additional people added to the cast. I think we need a Jax-like energy person, someone who is alpha, someone who is going to come and bring it, because we don't get it with Schwartz and Sandy. We don't get it. I like James, but James isn't that alpha energy. You know what I mean? So I do think that we are missing a Jax-type energy, but it doesn't have to be Jax. Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. And before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon.